I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, 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 there's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. They wanna make a supersonic bat out of you.
What a crazy world we live in. How are we able to do multiple Trump assassination shows? I got to tell. I spoke with a member of our staff that came on board in the springtime, and I was like, well, you know, we're talking through. We're doing. It's a big time to do a bunch of business and sort of get everything nicely structured for 2025. And I was like, who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? Joined the team in May, and then right after May, like, boom, Trump assassination, Biden debates, Biden drops out, assassination number 2. It's been wild. It's been a wild, wild time. But I got to tell you, there's a reason. We started the show by saying this. There's a reason why they are resorting to these extremes. And the reason is that President Trump is winning. Kamala Harris is trailing. And I know that there's going to be, but Benny, Kamala is up 5 nationally. She's up 5. Oh, really? Did you read the crosstabs? Did you read that they're only polling people in New York and California, and they're over-indexing Democrats by 25% in those polls in order to get that result? Kamala Harris groveling, begging on her hands and knees this weekend, begging for another debate. President Trump giving her the 2 fingers dipped into kerosene, light them on fire. Good. I'm going to actively agitate against another debate. We talked about those gates. I'm going to actively. It's rigged, man. It's rigged. And actually, President Trump, instead of doing the last debate, should have just done another Spaces with Elon Musk. Come on, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Just do Rogan. Just go on Rogan for 4 hours. Trump could do it. Kamala would never. Just do it. Just do it. Just go on Gutfeld again. Do an entire week of Gutfeld instead of doing one more debate with Kamala Harris. The dirty tricks are the only way that they can win. Here we go. Some wild polling here out of New York Times. Siena. President Trump up 5 in Arizona. Up in North Carolina. Up 4 in Georgia. Dude, you win Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia, you've won the presidency. Boom. Boom. Real clear politics. All battlegrounds. Donald Trump is now up in the battlegrounds. Up in all battlegrounds or within the margin of error. Trump and Kamala Harris is up 5 nationally. Who the hell cares? I'll tell you what. We're in the red state of Florida. We're in Florida where you can wear a Trump hat. No one's going to come after you. You can walk around the street with a MAGA hat on. Dude, nothing's going to happen to you. People are going to say, what up? Fist bump you. We're going to do something, actually. We're going to do a really fun video where we're going to go to the hood, and we're going to go in the Trump mobile, the MAGA mobile for this rapper, Forgiato Blow. He has his MAGA mobile. We're going to go there. We're going to hand out Trump hats. We're going to show you exactly the reaction. We're going to hand out Trump hats, and we're going to show you what happens when you go to the hood and hand out Trump hats in a MAGA mobile. It's going to be awesome. Even here, though, in this state, you get people saying, I don't want to be on camera saying I back Donald Trump. And I get that. That's just the badgering and boxing of the ears of like the corporate media machine. There is such a deep, I'm sure you've seen this. There's such a deep well of President Trump support that is silent, that will be voting for Donald Trump, that is quiet about it. We're loud about it. There are tens of millions who would never say it on camera, who would never tweet about it, but who are going to be voting for President Trump with all they got. And now the polls are reflecting that. This is how bad Kamala Harris is doing. Kamala Harris is doing worse than Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton combined with all the propaganda, with everything rigged in her favor, with Joe Biden pretty much just handing her the Iron Throne without her having to lift a finger. And she's still collapsing. The number of battleground polls. Check this out from Tom Bevan. The different way of viewing the race. If you go through the Real Clear Politics battleground state averages, here are the number of polls that Kamala Harris leads in. 0 in Arizona, 0 in Georgia, only 2 in Nevada, only 3 in North Carolina out of 9, only 4 in Pennsylvania out of 12. Michigan, she splits the difference with Trump. Wisconsin is the only state where she has a slight advantage in polls, 6 out of 9 in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is going to be one of those states that's going to be really hard to poll, because Wisconsin is one of those states where it's all shucks. My parents used to live in Wisconsin. It's all shucks. Everyone's going to go in and cast their ballots for Trump, and they're going to do it quietly. And then they're going to go home. They're going to eat some cheese, drink some beer, and make America cheesy again. Wisconsin, man, I'm telling you, look at this. We've been telling you. Trust on the issues. Let's go ahead and check in. President Trump, trust on the issues. Securing the border. Trump, 50. Trump up 20 points on Kamala. Securing the border, of course. The economy, Trump up 10 points on Kamala, of course. Crime, Trump up 7 points on Kamala. This is from NBC. So add 20 points to Trump on that if you had a real poll. Do you know that Donald Trump is within the margin of error in Minnesota? Donald Trump in Minnesota. Kamala Harris has a +5 in Minnesota. Kamala Harris's running mate is the governor of Minnesota. And Donald Trump is within the margin of error, 7% undecided. This is from the Minnesota Star Tribune. This is like a Soviet paper. It's like a socialist paper run out of Minneapolis by Marxists. And President Trump is in what couldn't be considered a dead heat in Minnesota. Whoa. Wow. Independence in Minnesota, by the way, also breaking Trump. Isn't that amazing? Dude, isn't that incredible? And also some pretty wild polling out of Ohio. You have Bernie Moreno, which would be a massive pickup, now polling ahead of Sherrod Brown. Remarkable. Bernie Moreno is the Trump-backed candidate, Senate. Hey, Alex, let's see if we can't get him on the program sometime this week. I'd love to introduce the audience to him. He's a spectacular individual, very close with some of our closest friends like Don Jr. and Vivek. They speak very, very highly of him. I've never met him. So let's see if we can get him on the show this week. Get him on the stream. Bernie Moreno, the man. Now, that would be a huge pickup. Huge pickup in Ohio to grab that Senate seat. Kamala is trailing with Hispanics. Si se puede, right? To quote Jill Biden. Kamala Harris is trailing with Hispanics. A remarkable, remarkable moment here that dovetails into something pretty exciting that's happening in Michigan. Here we go.
30-plus point advantage for Joe Biden in the exit polls among Latino voters from 4 years ago. Hillary Clinton won Latino voters by 40 points. And, of course, she still lost the presidency. So there's some real ground to make up across demographics, but particularly with Latino voters. Kamala Harris has some issues that she's got to attend to.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there's only 70 million Latino voters in the country. I'm sure they're very excited to have an economy that is in total collapse, have gas above $3 a gallon for the last 4 years. Do we have that clip of Tim Walz? Give me that clip of Tim Walz. We have it. Of course we have it. Right, Alex? No way we missed that one. Tim Walz, we can't take 4 more years of this. Of course we got it, right? Okay, where is it? Where is it? This is amazing. This is incredible. Tim Walz's own campaign. Tim Walz now endorsing Donald Trump. Tim Walz endorsing President Trump for president, which is really, really exciting. Didn't know that we'd be able to have such a white pill on the show, but here we go.
We can't afford 4 more years of this.
It's you, right? Yeah, you're in charge, right? Your party's been in charge for 12 of the last 18 years in this country. So pretty much all of the entire shambles that America finds itself in now is your fault. How are you going to fix you? The therapist asks. I'm no good at being a therapist. I would very much like to put, though, Tim Walz on a couch. I would like to, maybe not a couch in a horse stable or anything like that, but put him and Kamala on a couch. They'd be very different couches. You know what I mean? But like, send them to a therapist couch at an election. We are so close on November, the night of November 5. We are so close to sending the two of these to couches for the rest of their lives, having them cry, the tears. Oh, it will be so delicious. So a Democrat called into C-SPAN. It's a pretty exciting moment. Democrat called into C-SPAN and says that when they close their eyes, they see President Trump being president again, and how wonderful it is. And this is an only on C-SPAN moment, an amazing admission by somebody who's an honest Democrat. And we have more of it here. Check this out.
Roger in Kansas on the line for Democrats. Good morning, Roger.
Yes, I have where my main issue, I'm going to close my eyes, and then I'm going to vote for closed borders. I'm going to vote for less taxes. I'm going to vote for more reasonable energy costs. And if you vote, close your eyes and vote that way, it's a pretty simple choice because both candidates have a history. So you just vote on that, and I don't have to tell you who I'm voting for.
This is what I found in the streets. So you have these voters who refuse to say that they are President Trump voters. That's okay. We don't need everybody out there wearing a MAGA hat. We don't need it. By the end of the next 4 years, you'll have it, right? You'll have entire football stadiums filled with MAGA hats. Well, you already have that virtually now. But what we find consistently out in the streets, we went out on Saturday night to like the big party area of Tampa. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for you're not going to believe it. There's this place in Tampa that has all these clubs and all these bars called Ybor City. And we went out and we took a giant, get the photo. We took a giant photo. We took a cardboard cutout of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And we brought these massive cardboard cutouts. Actually, not massive. Kamala Harris is teeny. They're life-size cardboard cutouts. We just asked the people who were out partying what they thought. Hey, what'd you think? What do you think of these guys? And it's amazing. The responses are incredible. Here's what you find. What you find. Look at this. It's Eric and Klein. There we go. There's Killer Klein right there. And Eric. And we were out. And here's what you find. You find that there are. What do we find, Killer Klein? We found that there's like this huge energy of people who are just silent Trump voters. They're silent, all ages, silent Trump voters. We almost started a brawl in a line for a black club. There's like a nightclub, like an urban nightclub, and the line, you had like these people in line. And it was predominantly a black group of club goers. And there were like the number of people that said Trump in that line is insane. Some middle fingers. Yeah. People like, getting physical. Holy smokes. Wait till you see this product. Wait till you see this content. Hey man, don't get mad at me. This is just your fellow Americans talking. Don't be upset that your fellow Americans have an opinion, right? They're entitled to it. It's wild. Wait till you see it. We did this in Washington, D.C., where we went around Washington, D.C., and we spoke with black voters. And we spoke with black voters. And dude, like we found a ton of people that supported Trump. And not a lot who supported Kamala. In fact, a lot of people didn't know who Kamala was. If you ask the name Harris, if you say, hey, are you voting for Harris? They go, who? Huh? Yeah. They're trying to do the Obama magic wand thing. It's not going to work, dude. It's not going to work. Meanwhile, President Trump leaning into where he does best. Stay away from the rigged debates. Do more of this. Here's President Trump in North Carolina with his grandchildren. Vote for Grandpa. Heartwarming. Let's go.
Vote for Grandpa.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, honey. Great job. So cute. Oh, he doesn't want to get off the stage. Oh, wow. Look at that. He's got the gene.
Trump wearing the 45-47 cap. Absolute the absolute riz on this guy. Trump brings granddaughter on stage. More of this, more of this, more of Grandpa Trump. Do it with me. Grandpa Trump, Grandpa Trump, Grandpa Trump. Go.
Make American great again.
That was great, honey. I can see the new senator when Ted someday, he's going to say, sir, I've had it. I can't do it any longer. He's going to resign or leave, and we're going to have Carolina get in there and run.
Amazing. The Trump dynasty. The Trump dynasty rolling on. President Trump also saying this past weekend that he doesn't think that he's going to run again in 2028. I mean, he would be quite old, right? You'd be in his 80s, be 80, 83, 84. Saying that this is our shot. This is our shot. Very, very motivating. We love this Trump energy. This is our shot. Here we go.
And then, if you're not successful this time, do you see yourself running again in 4 years?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I think that will be it. I don't see that at all. I think hopefully we're going to be successful.
Mr. President, thank you for the interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So remember what's at stake. So know that this is our chance. This is our chance to cement the America First movement, the MAGA movement, officially and forever into American politics. Don't you want that? Isn't that important? To not be leveraging and selling off the treasures of this nation to forever war, to countries that hate us, to people that hate us. And by people that hate us, I'm not talking about a Guatemalan. I'm talking about our own elites. I'm talking about American, the leaders of this country who are despicable, who inherited the greatest country on earth and have done everything they can to wreck it out of spite because you don't like them and because you called them out and you didn't put the bit in your mouth and become a slave. And they can't stand that. They hate you because of it. And it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for us to officially say we are finished with the system and scrape it from the face of the earth. The system of having people who hate you running your nation. We're done with it. We're done. We are Native Americans. We're born here, right? Or even if you weren't born here, if you're an immigrant that comes to this country that loves this place and came here legally and immigrated and did your class, you probably know more than your average high school graduate about America. If you do your naturalization class, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the country. We want leaders who actually prioritize those people instead of their own power and instead of other nations that hate us.